Got you.
And we are live here on Facebook, YouTube, and for the first time ever, TikTok as well. I added that to the stream today. And today is another episode of Collaborate and Pull Together podcast, a podcast where we highlight all things positive on and off the table. And tonight is a special episode. Steve Fernandez, as usual, has been joining me. Dan, the hat's in the background. He'll be jumping in when he's freed up. And a returning guest, Aiden Lemay of New England Armwrestling League. What's up, man? Talk about an action-packed weekend coming up.
Yep.
It's my pleasure and my honor.
I personally am very excited for this coming weekend. This coming weekend, obviously, USAF Nationals coming up. Where I'll be competing in juniors, under 23, and the senior class. Should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to see some guys there that I haven't seen before. And then the week after that, we got New England Armwrestling League Maine Mayhem, which is my tournament. Me, Yusuf, and our friend Pete. Oh, excuse me.
It's my tournament.
Yeah. Mine, baby.
I'll be there.
Looking forward to a really awesome event. It's awesome feedback on Facebook so far. I think we've had, I just said it, we have 238 people responded on Facebook. We have 70 going and 168 listed as interested. But in that last week, a lot of people switch over to going. So we're looking at numbers at based on that around like probably between 240 and 280 entries is what we're looking at. So it's looking really good. This is just based on what we've seen from our Facebook at last tournaments, but it's looking really promising. Ideally, we want it to end up being like a sort of winter blast type thing where we do have like 350 to 420 entries in that range. But, right now it's our first season and we're having a lot of fun with it. So it's so far so good. We're happy to have so many supporters and it's really great. We're getting ready. I don't know if you guys have seen the medals. The medals look great. We've got some new.
They look fire, man. Those medals look amazing.
Yeah. I was really happy with how those came out, but those medals, the prices add up quickly with those.
Yes, they do.
The tariffs are crazy right now, and all I'm gonna say is appreciate a nice medal. It costs the promoter an arm and a leg, and obviously we're doing the cash payouts for pros, and then at the end of the season, which is after our 4 tournaments, we have grand winners of overall throughout the season through accrued first through third place finishes. We will be giving out $1,000 to first place. I think I don't want to misquote this because people love their money. I think it's $750 for second place, $500 for third place, and then like
nice.
fourth or something like that. And now, since the last tournament, we have also added payouts at the end of the season for women's, and we're also going to try and do payouts at the tournament for women's based on how many entries we get. It's really hard to because, a lot of the money is going back to the pullers. So if we don't get enough incentive, but we're definitely doing payouts at the end of the season for the top female pullers because we really think they deserve it. And we need more attraction for the female pullers. So, the way we do that is, you got to add incentive for the female pullers, even if there's not enough there. The point is over time, you get more interest. And that's really what we need in the female side of arm wrestling right now.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Definitely need a lot more peaked interest in that side of in that division because there's some female monsters out there, and we want to see them, compete and put them in action.
For sure. Especially in the Northeast, we've got I know we're all city slickers here, but we got Maddie the Beast. I'm personally friends with Steve. I know you remember Callie came to New York States and no one knew who she was, and she ended up beating Madison the first time they pulled, and then Maddie came back. There's a bunch of beasts in New England that no one knows about. It's great. We gotta get more female recognition.
Well, I mean, for my upcoming event, because it is my first tournament that I'm running, women and kids are going to be pulling for free at no charge. So I'm hoping that, we'll see some maybe new people too, and attracts a bigger crowd. Because that's what I mean. I would love to see, the female division stacked out. I would love to see, the cash prizes get increased, and they get the same recognition that the men get in the sport. Because, as I said, there are some badass women out there that really they put some serious work in. They deserve some spotlights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everyone just has to be ready, when they're, if and when they're asking for a match, and then, they got to be ready to take the matches on too as well. You know what I mean? Every puller out there, So just everyone always be ready to do what you got to do. If you're always in super match mode and ready to pull everyone, just ready to do what you got to do when you got to do it. That's all that goes for every puller, every sponsor, every promoter, because we put a lot of work in. Me as a promoter, as a sponsor, and as a as a team. I put in a lot of work. We put in a lot of work, to get these things done. I'll do my part, but just as long as everybody does theirs, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. To that point, I wanted to share it. Like, I see Aiden putting in a lot of work by way of going to other events, reaching out and talking to people, getting involved on podcasts like this. He's got a new organization with two other gentlemen, so he's one of three. And I can only imagine, Steve hosts multiple tournaments throughout the year. He's one of one. So, just the amount of work somebody actually has to do. I only like to do one event because I know how much goes into it. I pour my heart and soul into this one event. I couldn't imagine running multiple events throughout the year, the amount of effort that I put into this. I mean, yeah, granted, I have a family. Everyone has jobs. I get that, but I got kids. I got, a lot of things to do to take care of in addition to this event. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work that, there's no love lost in the work too, because, it's tough.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It definitely is, between getting the venues and the awards, the posters, the food, the people, the cameras, live streaming. I mean, everything, the lights, it's just everything is a lot, man. And if you don't have like a good team, it's hard. It's really hard to do things, when you have to. But it's like Dan was saying, when you're doing something by yourself and when you have a team, it's a different thing. It's completely different. It's like I appreciate Dan for always helping me out. Aiden always helped me out with reffing and stuff. So it's a blessing sometimes to have you guys there to be able to, call you, to be part of the team when I need you guys, because if you don't really have someone like you guys around to be able to do something like that, it just doesn't work out.
We got your back.
We all got your back, Steve. One of the things I will say is it's also an opportunity to shine, right? Like, if you got a skill set, you got something that you can offer and bring to the community, you got something that's unique and different, a little different flair for dramatics, if you may, guess what? We have a place for it. That's one of the greatest things about when you have a team. Somebody's strengths will complement the other one's weaknesses and vice versa. And, that's where this collaborate and pull together concept comes from, and this podcast comes from. While I'm the one, starting it and getting the show running, Steve has a very integral role in keeping the show flowing, keep the show going. When I feel like I'm stuck on something, he keeps, the show must go on, right? And he allows for that to happen with me. So there's always a lot of, big nods to people who help others out, support those who support you. And it will come back in droves. It always does.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Big shout out to Aiden from all he's doing. I remember the first tournament from the Pandemonium. That was a real success, and it was a great turnout.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Great first event.
Yeah. And
you made it possible. You brought the chalk bucket. Remember that. That's what I'm talking about. It's a small community. You guys got to.
What I do remember till this day is the dinner that we had that night and the dinner that we had afterwards too, as well. That's what I do remember.
That was good. That was good.
Memories like that is what makes everything, honestly. You know what I mean? So,
oh my God. I remember the first dinner because I didn't have my ID on me, and I asked for a fucking beer,
Yeah.
and Steve had to fucking cover for me.
Yeah. I was like, let me get a beer. They're like, you have ID? I was like, I'm old enough. Just yes, here's it's fucking hilarious.
That is funny.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good times. Everybody was good. It was a great time. But yeah, great events so far. They've been all good. I can't wait to go because I'm definitely going to be there. It's I think it's going to be about 6 or is it going to be about 6 hours away from me? I think it's about.
So we have it right on the border of New Hampshire. We wanted it to be in like a different state. Obviously, we can't. It's a New England league. We got to have it spread out, you know.
Yeah.
We wanted it to be accessible for you New York guys, maybe even Pennsylvania guys if they really want to make the trip. So it is right along fucking highways and shit. But it's right off the highway. It's straight up. It's right outside of Portland. So it's southern Maine. It's not that bad of a drive, or at least it shouldn't be without traffic. And traffic usually isn't that bad on that route. But you know, we're doing what we can to make it accessible for all.
I might go up Friday night or something like that, just so I can wake up and be there, so I don't have to drive 6 hours and have to pull. I hate doing that shit. So I'd rather just go there, wake up in the morning and be there and just pull, and that's it, you know.
We will have early weigh-ins, so you can get that done and over with.
Dude, I'm solid 170 fucking 8 right now, 79, so I'm fine. I don't have to no early weigh-ins for me. I can eat tomorrow, eat tonight, I can just keep on eating.
Good.
I just realized, guys, I am so sorry. My the stream is not on my Facebook. So if anybody's trying to watch it on Facebook, can you guys let them know? It is on only TikTok and YouTube right now.
Oh my God,
so weird.
Scamming us.
Is there any way that you could flip it over?
I'm looking at it right now, and it's not letting me make any changes.
Let's see.
That's so bizarre.
I was wondering why we weren't getting any messages.
Yeah, nobody's on there.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Unable to connect. Oh, you know what happened? I thought they cleared it up, but I guess not. I got a copyright notice on my own channel for my own business from Facebook. They flagged it, so they said, I don't know if somebody reported me or something like that, but it is what it is. We're live regardless.
Oh, Ben's watching. I think he's watching from YouTube though, because he's got the YouTube symbol at the bottom.
Yep, Ben's watching from YouTube. Yep, I see that. Let me go ahead and put up a post on Facebook to let people know to come on to the YouTube channel.
Come to the ChuTube.
YouTube.
YouTube on there, obviously.
That's frustrating.
That sucks.
Yeah.
A lot of people that were talking. I was like, why aren't we getting people? We should be talking to a lot of people now.
I know. By this time, we usually do get a bunch of people.
And Ciapoli is watching. Don't let him down.
Well, Aiden, while we got you here, because I did have this. Let's talk about what you expect at USAF New Way Nationals. Where is it? What are you doing? How's your prep work been? How do you feel from it?
So right now, I'm done with all my training. I'm in like an active rest period where I'm walking every day. I live right next to, I don't know if you know what Walden Pond is, but a pretty famous pond in Massachusetts. It's beautiful. So I've been going for walks there, doing some active recovery. Tomorrow I'm going to do some like incredibly light, like resistance bands and stuff. But I really haven't been going hard since midweek last week. So I've had 10 days of like solid, like low intensity stuff. And I'll have 3 days of pretty complete rest. I never really rest really hard for events unless I really care about them. And this is one that I'm kind of in between about caring about because, nationals is like it's split between two nationals. Some people go to this one, some people go to the other one. So I'm not really sure how the turnout's going to be, but I'm hoping to win juniors. I really don't see anyone at 85 kilograms who's under 23 being able to beat me. And I'm hoping to hopefully get either first or second. Obviously, ideally first in the seniors class, but I do expect it to be tough.
Let's give a big shout out to American Arm Wrestling, James Reed, Michelle Dugan, Bart Woods, the whole crew.
For sure.
Chuck Bardo, that's going to be down there. Everybody's going to be working it, and helping out. I know Jennifer Ann Learn's going to be there. Roger Bailey Learn. The whole family's going to be down there, So shout out to them. I know they're doing great things. So yeah, I know he just did one this weekend. He's doing one next weekend. So James has been busy. I've been talking to him every other day, but he's really busy, man. I give him a lot of props for doing what he does, especially, traveling, state to state and stuff. It's a lot.
Yeah, you want to talk about, Dan was talking about the stress of holding one tournament a year. He's had 2 weeks in a row. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Good stuff.
Dan Plexman, he's listening and driving right now. Thanks for listening, Dan.
I see his face.
He's an absolute fucking beast. We're gonna see what happens with Dan and Aiden.
True. I haven't really announced that match, but that is
a match. Is that Dan right there? I think that's Dan.
Yeah, he's listening.
He's on there. Forget about listening. He's watching
us. Wave, Dan.
So that's going to be a really good match. Can't wait to watch that.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, are you coming June 28th, Aiden? I know you're not pulling, but are you coming?
I am not sure yet.
Okay.
I would like to make it, but I did promise before you had that date out a camping trip with my friends that weekend. But we haven't. We might move it to another weekend, but they do have priority because they asked, way in advance. This was like back in January, so
back in 1972.
I'll try to, but
just tell them that you have to fucking ref and you're getting paid to ref at a fucking pay-per-view event. It's not going to make any sense if you don't go.
What if they offer to pay me to hang out with them?
That's a different story. Then I would stay with them. That's a different story.
I'm a very likable guy. They just might.
That's a different story. Then I would too. I would say stay.
Steve, are you gonna win a national championship this weekend?
That's hilarious.
You got this. Lightweight.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
90 pounds of side pressure? I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Probably not.
If I'm doing 90 pounds of side pressure, you could do 90 pounds. I do open arm side pressure, 90 pounds.
Interesting. Well, just see your setup.
It's a side pressure machine that I have here. That's the one that I've been using.
Is it the one that Thomas Dearborn made for you?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Send me a picture of that.
Yeah, it's a good setup. I use it for left and right, and I use it to press too. It's good to press. You would really like it because you can use it and turn into it, so it's really good. It's really good for that.
I'll have to check it out next time I'm over.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's going to be a really good event this weekend. James always does really good things. I've seen the awards. The awards look great. And, yeah. And then I won't be there, actually. Reason being is because I don't have anybody to work, or else I would be there. So both of my employees are gone. One's on vacation, and the other one, I think they're their niece, or I don't know what the fuck, taking their niece down to the city. It's been, I don't know. Just, it's a fucking excuse to not fucking whatever.
I thought you were going to be there.
Nah, I was going to be there, dude. Believe me. I always want to go to every tournament, man. But it's just, I don't have somebody to work. It sucks,
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I lost my audio for a moment. I was in the middle of talking. You guys were talking. I was like, oh, wait, you can't hear me.
Nope. We'll hear you now.
Dan, I just sent Dan the link. He actually didn't want to join the show. He wanted just to listen in because he was trying to watch it on Facebook, but Facebook's being a boob and sucking at life right now. But
being a boob.
Yep. So, all right. Well, Aiden, you definitely. I feel like you definitely will be kicking ass at this upcoming event. Are you going to pull in the open class too?
Yeah, seniors and juniors.
Okay. Awesome.
Left and right?
Left and right. Well, depending how I'm feeling day of. I've had some phantom pains. I always have them before events. I don't know if they're actually like actual pains or if I'm just in my head about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, my elbow hurts. And then I'll just fucking not think about it the entire time because I get adrenaline when I'm pulling. But I'm thinking I'm going to pull both.
What do you do about elbow pain, Aiden?
Fucking suck it up, I guess. You know, like I've dealt with it for such a long time. It's just part of it now.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I wake up in the morning, even when I stretch and I do one of these. Oh, my fucking Lord, bro.
JM presses. Those things are wonderful.
I will say there is some proof that JM presses definitely help. Because a lot of people, you know, Toddzilla, I think, started that whole thing. That guy's been one of the most incredibly healthy arm wrestlers for his age, being able to pull as much as he has. But I'd also say statics, 30-second statics have also proven to like make your tendons very strong. Statics are like the biggest thing for tendon health.
Yeah, I do hold. I hold in presses and I just hold in tight like that, you know. And I just or open too. I try to do it open sometimes too, like that. Not too much though. Just if I get stuck in that position to be comfortable enough to keep on pulling. But
good stuff.
A lot of side pressure, press, side pressure, a lot of bands. I've been doing a lot of bands, which is good.
I think another thing is just knowing when you're overdoing it and don't do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just got to be very careful because it's so easy to overdo it.
Dan, I wish you were there at the MAC tournament. Aiden was there. I had a nasty match with this tall dude. Nobody had it fucking recording, but I had a nasty match with this tall, big fucking dude. And then we were going at it, and I just jumped in for the fucking press. And I heard Aiden like, "Yeah, Steve." It was fucking awesome, dude.
I would love to be there next time.
Yeah,
next because speaking of Mac, the Mac guys are going to be coming down for the event. We got Ian Carnegie, JJ Jackson coming down, and then also Table Monkeys, Jason Constantini is going to be coming down as well for the summer kickoff event. Are we getting a lot of, surprisingly, I don't know, have you guys gotten emails asking about about your tournaments and your events? Because I've never gotten this before until recently. I'm getting email messages like, how the hell did you get across my email?
No, I got calls before, no emails. Well, I got an email, I guess, from this older guy, and I think I told you, Dan, and he was offering to do something, you know, but never even got back to me. Besides that, I got one email from, but no. Besides that, it was really phone calls about the events and stuff, and you know, I just want to make sure this is where it's going to be. Do you have early weigh-ins? Some messages on, you know, Facebook and stuff, but never an email. I think one, if anything. That's about it.
Got it. It's surprising. And Dan, we can't hear you anymore because we I took you off the show because you weren't responding earlier. So hop on that YouTube link that I sent you. But
Bush. Shout out to Matt Bush.
Yeah, Matt Bush in the chat. What's up, man?
Iron Link Arms are going to be in the house. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Caleb Johnson's going to be taking on Adam, which is going to be an absolute fucking war. Stop downplaying Caleb Johnson's right, Aiden.
Bro, it sucks.
It's not his left. We all know that. But his right is no fucking – it's not shitty. It's not like he can't pull right. You know what I mean? He's actually – you know, he's pro right.
He is not like handicapped, but he's not a good arm wrestler with. Well, he's not strong with it.
I say he's more technical than he is strength, and his left is more strong, but either way, he's not that bad. He's actually a good arm wrestler right-handed. He's a really good arm wrestler left-handed.
I'm looking forward to it. And you know what? First, before we continue about this, I want to say a major shout out to Steve Fernandez for securing the last minute fill-in, because the person that Adam was going against was Jason, the BOA local guy here on Long Island.
On the screen right now, which is actually on the Summer Kickoff BBQ No Elimination Tournament. So
yeah, he's on the main page of that. He's a big part of what I do here on Long Island, and unfortunately, he suffered an injury to his knee, tearing his ACL and needing surgery this week. So wish him a speedy recovery, a strong recovery. See him back at the table real soon. Yeah, I know some people say, "Oh, you don't need your knees to arm wrestle," but you do.
You do. I definitely do.
And I wish him the best. But thank you, Steve, for swooping in like the knight in shining tinfoil that you are, and saving the day and bringing me Caleb, because I'm looking forward to seeing that match. Regardless if Aiden thinks his right is not as good, I do think that him stepping up to the plate last minute shows that this kid's got grit, and that right there deserves an honorable mention in itself, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Not only that. And I do agree with Aiden. I'm not disagreeing with him. I do agree with him that his right isn't his left. I know that, but it's not to where the point to where I'd say I would count them out on any match. Even though he's still a good puller right-handed. He's got a fantastic crew that he pulls with that I'm sure is training him to fucking death with his right arm, with his Matt Bush there and Ethan Sherritt. Those guys are killers. They're getting even better, and Aiden, they're no you, obviously. So that's a different story. That's a different story. You're
I would love Caleb to win. Nothing would make me happier. I'm just such a realist.
Yep. I believe, look, and I think, how long has Caleb been pulling for? I think it's been 4 years, 4.5 years.
No. He's been pulling like 2 years.
No way. How long, Matt, how long has Caleb been pulling for?
He's going to tell. Okay, he's in the chat. Wait a sec.
No, because I remember when I started pulling, which was a year ago, he told me he's already been pulling for 2.5 years. So he has to have been pulling for at least 3.5 years now.
He's been pulling since 2023. I think it was early 2023, so it'd be just at 2 years.
And Adam's been pulling for how long? 4 years?
Yeah, he's been pulling for about 4 years, 3.5 to 4 years. But listen, time in sports is not always the same, especially in a place like Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, there's not nearly as much talent, not as many people who pull on a regular basis. There's not as much education in the sport of arm wrestling as there is going to be up in the Northeast, right? We have a much denser population of pullers. We have more people, more access to well-versed arm wrestlers than the Puerto Ricans do. So I actually would like to say the 2 years that Caleb has is equivalent to the 4 years by way of time experience that Adam has. So I think it's going to be a fairly interesting match in that regard.
And Caleb has a longer lever, has a longer hand, and it's going to be – I don't think it's –
How tall is this Adam kid?
Say again?
How is this Adam kid, like fucking 5'2"? There's no way Caleb has a longer arm than him.
Yeah, he's definitely got a longer lever than him. Caleb is taller than him.
He's taller than him by like a couple inches, I think. Because I think Adam is about 6 feet. Just about.
Way. No way. Adam is no way 6 feet.
Dude,
he might be 5'11".
Adam's like 5'9", 5'10" the most.
No, I'm 5'9".
I will fucking put money on that shit.
Caleb's like my height. He's like 5'9".
Caleb's not 5'9".
No, Caleb's not 5'9". Caleb's like almost fucking 6 feet, dude.
No, he's not.
Caleb's like 5'11", at least. 5'10", 5'11".
I guess we're gonna find out. We're gonna
Caleb
find
is
out.
taller, dude. Caleb is taller. He's not that short.
Bro, he's oh my God.
I'm like 5'8", 5'9". Caleb's taller than me, so Caleb's got to be like 5'10", 5'11", dude.
Bro, I'm telling you. I'm
How
telling you.
tall are you, Aiden?
I'm 5'9".
He's not your height. No,
Caleb
he's
is
not.
not taller than me.
Caleb is taller than you.
Caleb,
Caleb is 5'11".
5'11".
I'm
I
calling
told
Caleb
you.
right now.
So he's an inch
Caleb
away
is-
from being 6 feet.
He's.
I
yeah,
think
dude.
I think
He's
Adam
tall.
is 5'10".
Adam's got to be like 5'9". He's
No.
5'10" the most.
5'10". I say 5'10".
Yeah, Matt Bush is like 5'8", 5'9". Me and Matt are the same height on pretty much.
I'm the same height as you are too, man. I'm 5'9" as well.
I think, Dan, you're a little shorter than me. I think you're like 5'8", 5'8 and a half or something like that.
Now you always wear your hat, so you always get yourself an extra half inch.
No, even my baldness. I don't have any hair. I don't have any hair. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, look, Aiden's like 5'9". Yeah, Aiden, you're like 5'9", dude. Caleb's like 5'10" and a half, 5'11". Yeah, look, even Victor Clearwater, he's 5'11", same as me.
With, Steve and Dan, how tall are you?
About 5'10", 5'11".
He said,
Oh!
dude, there's no way you're taller than me.
Dying right now. I'm dying.
Do you think you're taller than me, or do you think we're the same height? I think we're the same height.
No, Aiden, you're shorter than him. I know you're shorter
said
than
He
him.
we're
just
the
gave-
same height.
No, you're not.
These people thought you were fucking 6 feet tall.
Dude, he's
Aiden,
5'11".
you're just larger than life.
inch
That's all it is. You're
off
larger than life.
5'11"
That's all it
is
is.
6 feet.
All right, I just needed that for me. They're like lunatics right now. They're not even listening to me. I'm gonna have to hang up. All right.
Obviously, he just said 5'10", 5'11". You're like 5'9", Aiden.
He
Maybe
just said we're like the
5'10".
same height.
No, you're not.
Oh
You're
my
like
god.
between 5'9" and 5'10".
Dude, I will put you guys
And he's
up
between
against
5'10"
each other
and
back to
5'11".
back, and Caleb will be taller than you.
Bro, I'm gonna kick your ass, bro.
That's something you can't do. You might be able to beat me in arm wrestling, but beat my ass you can't.
Dog, that is hysterical. All right, so Aiden, since we're on the matches,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what's the next match? Sorry, I got a little carried away.
I'm gonna bring up some of these matches so we can talk about them.
Oh my god! All right, let's start with the Garcia versus Andrew Glacio.
Diaccio. Yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
Diaccio versus
Diaccio.
Kong.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say Andrew's really strong, but I think
Aiden, you're like 5'4".
True. Dude, I honestly wish I would make 176 so easily.
Dude, you make 150 fucking nothing. Are you kidding me?
Moving past this, I get it. I'm short. Garcia versus Andrew. I kind of know Garcia because he went to one of Steve's event and he got like fucking mopped by like Jesus or something. So I think he's like a high level amateur at that.
Left. I don't think he didn't beat Jesus right.
Let me pull up airs real quick.
Kong doesn't pull really left like that much, and he's a much stronger right-handed puller, and Jesus is a much stronger left-handed puller. So Jesus
Exactly.
is left, but Kong is a beast right.
Kong is a beast. He's explosive right. He's got some serious static power.
What's his best win?
You would know Dan Cerruti. He had
That's a good win.
That was a good. Well, he had one pin on him, and then he beat Zeph
In straps or out of straps?
in the straps. He beat Zeph, I think.
Okay, that's why I was asking. Zeph sucks in the straps.
Zeph beat him out of the strap, but then he couldn't hold on.
I'm gonna say I've never like gripped up with either of these guys, so I'm gonna say is Garcia is he Puerto Rican?
Yeah, he's from Puerto Rico.
Oh my god, those Puerto Rican arm wrestlers really don't pull well. No offense, Dan.
Hey.
Dan's an American Puerto Rican though. He's not a Puerto Rican.
That's true. You pull better than any other Puerto Rican I've ever seen. I'm gonna get like threatened at knife point next tournament for this. By the way,
Maybe.
I'm gonna go with. Let's go 3-2, Andrew.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. It could be 3-2 either of them. I think it's going to be close though, because Andrew's getting really strong, but Garcia's got a lot of strength or experience on him on that.
I think Andrew needs to work on his hit. He needs to be more explosive when he gets to the table.
A little more aggression. I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be one of Kong's good moments in comparison to Andrew, is because I think strength to strength. I think I would give it the strength edge to Andrew, explosiveness to Kong.
All right.
Yeah. I think it's depending on whatever happens, from the ready go. Because I think Kong has enough strength to take over if he gets that hit on him. Andrew might be able to bring him back, but I think Kong has enough strength to put him down after if he gets that hit on him. I think Andrew really has to work on his hits, to really keep up with Kong. But strength for strength, I mean, even if they slow pull, after pull or something like that, I think Andrew would win. But in a super match, if Andrew doesn't get more explosive or, on his hits and stuff, because that's the only thing that really affects him, because he's really strong. He's, conservative. He's technical too, but he's a really strong guy in general. But I just think that he just needs to, his hits is the only thing I would say.
Cool. Good stuff.
All right, who you had next? Who you picking next? Aiden.
Let's go in terms of what I'm least interested in. So I don't know these guys really either. I know Mike trains with you, and I have never heard of Davon.
Davon, he's from the High Five Club.
All right, let's go with that and go up to the main event.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I've seen Mike pull a few times. He's pretty technical. I'm gonna say Mike takes that. Let's say the other guy gets a pin just because I don't know him that well. He's 3-1.
Okay. I will say I do know Devon has been training with Jason Ciardi, and he's one of Conrad's training partners as well. And she helps out with training him. And so he's coming from a good training camp. Will he have the tools necessary? Will it matter if he doesn't have the tools necessary to complete the job, though? That's the question.
Then what do you think, Dan?
I'm thinking it's gonna be a 3-2. Service is gonna win, though.
Okay. All right, Steve, you want to make a prediction?
Yeah. So Mike Service has a long hand, long lever, long arm. He's gonna go through the top. He's gonna really cock back on his hand, get that riser in there and really pull him towards himself, pull him towards his chest. And Davon's going in for the hook. I think it's going to be really close and see whoever really can get in their lane first. I've seen Davon working really hard lately, and I've seen his hook is getting nasty. And the guys that he's working with, like Dan was saying, and Dan himself felt Davon's hook, and it was, disgusting. But Service has that really good top roll, so it's almost like a high hook top roll that he has. So, but I'm going to say 3-2 Davon. I think Davon's going to be able to find his lane, get into that hook, and be able to pull him down.
Or we got a good mix-up here.
It's a stylistic match. Definitely. Hook versus top roll.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys want to move on to Danny versus Conrad? Another pretty exciting one.
Yeah, that one's going to be exciting because we saw something that happened just recently over at the Jason Vale that, Conrad was able to pretty much steamroll Danny, but Danny said he felt, I actually had a conversation with him afterwards. He said he felt something. And Danny's got experience in his belt. Lots of experience.
Yep.
He's been in the game for 10 plus years, I think. And, you don't stick around for nothing with that. So I'm eager to see what he brings to the table against a super match setting instead of just a tournament setting.
You going to do a prediction?
I'm going to go with a 3-2. I will say It's going to be 3-2 either way, honestly. I think the last win is going to be whoever has more gas in the tank at the end of the day.
Fair enough. Steve, you want to make a prediction?
Yeah. I was just at the Vale tournament and I seen the match. Let me quick with this one. A 3-1 Conrad. The way everything ended, maybe he gets a pin on Conrad. Maybe. I don't really think so. Maybe. But if it's not a 3-0 Conrad, it'll be 3-1 Conrad.
I will say also, I wanted to point something out about Danny. He actually had a injury to his index finger. Because it's a left-handed match, so he had an injury to his index finger that fucked up. Like he needed stitches and shit like that. So I think pulling in this tournament was definitely premature for him in his healing process. I think an extra month, of heal time will actually generate a different version of him that we haven't seen in a little bit. Because he's got also a fire lit under his ass. A little something to improve.
All right. That's fair. I'm going to go Conrad 3-0 or 3-1 because I just think he's just so new still and that his ceiling is still so high that he could have just improved so much between the time of Jason Vale and the time of this match. And I just think I think he's going to crush him. I think first round will probably be pretty close because of, I don't know, might get stuck in the middle. I know Danny has a good hook too, but It'll be interesting.
Be a little bit of a hook war.
Probably just for the first round, though. Conrad also has a pretty good gas tank, is what I'm thinking.
He likes to bleed people out.
Yeah.
He likes to just hold him in that sticky spot where he's got.
I'm just thinking in my head if Conrad's left is anything like his right and what he did to Brian Malik on right, woo.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fucking bad day for Danny then.
Yeah.
I don't think his recovery time that's the thing with the left. I don't think his recovery time on the left is as good as it is on the right. I could be wrong.
Plausible.
But we shall see.
All right. Main event, Shiyu versus Kevin Nelson.
Yep. Kevin Nelson. I think that for me, I think Shiyu's got this one. I think Kevin...
Yeah. While
Kevin's got some serious strength and he's a strong hook puller, I think that Shiyu is going to just it's Shiyu. She is strong. Shiyu's just got some raw power, but he's not just strong. He's got some technical prowess to him. I mean, he's been at it for I've been at it for 5 years. I think he's been at it for about a year or two longer than me. So if not more, between like 6 to 8 years. And he's just a consistently strong puller. Every time I see him, kills it. He shows up to a tournament after chasing a 500-pound bench and destroys Paul Cruz left-handed, and then I think places and gets first place, and then places right-handed. So this is both arms. I know Kevin's mostly a left-handed puller, so I'm going to give Kevin 3-2. I'm going to give the match to Shiyu with 3-2. I think Kevin's going to probably take some experience off of his arsenal, and Shiyu might be getting a little too cocky in the beginning, maybe, and then get serious and runs through him.
All right, I am personally of the opinion that Shiyu is going to embarrass Kevin Nelson, 3-0 pretty easily, hand control the full time. I just there's no way Kevin is going to be able to set a hook on him. Shiyu is so good at if he can do it on Paul Cruz, there's no way that Kevin Nelson is going to get a hook on him. That's all I'm going to say.
True. That's true. All right. What about you, Steve?
Well, I just seen Kevin Nelson pull at the strap tournament, and I seen Shiyu pull at the strap tournament. So, I mean, I couldn't agree more with Aiden. 3-0, I think he's gonna run right through Kevin Nelson. I don't think he's gonna really have too much to. I mean, it's just Shiu, I didn't think he was as strong as I thought it was last year. And then when he did what he did to Paul Cruz and all that, and then same thing, I saw Paul was at the strap tournament again. Shiu wasn't there. Well, he was there, but he wasn't pulling this year. And Nelson was there, and he pulled. And it was a pretty stacked class, but, Paul won. And, it's just it still shows, and Shiu fucking went through Paul. So I think that she was gonna go through him like butter.
Like butter. Oh man, Shiu. Yeah, you better deliver then, man. You better deliver. So for those at home who are just tuning in, we're just talking a little bit about the matches that are happening at the Summer Kickoff BBQ. They're going to be opening up the event to a no elimination tournament. For those who are looking for an early weigh-in, we have Steve Fernandez over at New York Smoke hosting an early weigh-in, Beast Mode over in New Jersey, and myself. If you want to take a screenshot of this, you can scan that QR code. It'll take you right to the address and location of the venue. For me, here on Long Island, the weigh-ins are 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., Jersey, 7:30 to 10 p.m., and for Steve, it's going to be 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please, if you have any questions regarding the early weigh-ins, feel free to reach out. We're happy to answer any questions. So I will say I'm excited for this event, as this is my first tournament. I am bringing out Robert Kelly to help out with the live streaming. So
good choice.
Regardless of what happens, we're all going to look really good while it's happening. And, I just want everyone to know that I'm happy and eager to do so. I got custom awards from UAP Customs coming through. I'll actually... Great people. Great. Ted and Christina are really amazing individuals. Their customer service with me has been through the roof by way of like texting me questions and asking me, oh, how do you feel about this? What do you feel about this? And giving me suggestions as to how to better the design. So please give them a follow, guys. Check them out. If you want custom awards, I'm hearing tariffs are a killer. So, these guys are here, United States based. Let's save yourself some money and get yourself and keep it in the family of arm wrestling.
Also, shout out to Andrew Rivers too, that's being in the chat. I don't think we said that. Shout out to Victor.
Oh, what's up, Andrew? I didn't see that. And Victor, what up? What up, guys?
And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Aiden.
What's up?
Let me ask you about your upcoming match. How do you think it's going to go? Where do you think it's going to go? He's more of a King's move, almost kind of high hook that he does,
All right.
And I see you honestly pressing the shit out of that fucking arm.
So Dan is a really good style match for me on my right arm because I do have the ability to finish in a flop wrist position on my right. On my left arm, I am more of a slower static hook puller than I am a presser. I still have it, but it's not as good as my right. So I would say on right, I would say my chances are pretty good. On left, if he gets a stop, it's going to be very hard for me to pin him from there. So definitely speed will be my friend. And I will say this as well. The I believe the MAC rule set also favors him because after the first slip, all matches go to the straps, and he is phenomenal on the straps. Yep. And so I would think that I'd be able to keep him from slipping outside the straps in a WAF competition. And I think I would destroy him under WAF rules. But Mac is a little bit different. I would say left has the potential to be a good match. Right too if he gets a stop, but I just don't think he's gonna. Definitely
stay out of the strap with him. Yeah. That's that I was able to catch him, pin on him lefty with holding on. Grab a hold of that hand and just don't let go. And press down. I'm not a presser. You know this, Aiden. I don't press, but I was able to press him down. Not with ease, but it's definitely was the best route to take. Both arms, I would say, because if right-handed, I honored let's go straight to the strap. I was like, I'm good in the strap. I like the strap. And oh boy, I did not like the strap with him.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking the same right now. He's also he appears to be very uncomfortable in the setup. I don't know if he loads or not in the setup, but I don't. He's just uncomfortable because of how his hand is. Do you know? Did he load or not?
No, he didn't load. It was just like it literally felt like I was grabbing rebar though, even though he doesn't.
Yeah, we're talking about you, bro. He was in the comments. We're
talking
about our match.
Yeah, we're talking about you, Dan.
Talking about you, Dan.
With him.
Talking about how to beat you.
Yeah.
I'm giving him everything he needs. I will say, Aiden, man, just don't go slow.
Yeah. No, I would.
Trust your elbow, trust your arm, and throw everything but the kitchen sink at the man. And pray everything holds on tight.
Yeah.
I think you're going to beat him left and right. I think it's
one of the things that's very interesting is it seems like he never gets turned palm up with the way he pulls because he always has that.
He's got that kind of like that King's move, kind of high hook almost type thing that he has.
And that's one of the things that I would need to beat him in a longer match, which would probably be a pretty hard thing to do. But if I could somehow turn him palm up, I would think I could beat him in a longer match. I just don't see him getting turned palm up. It's like he's very good at just keeping his pronation locked, and he's just sticky here and eventually climbing.
Yeah, he pulls in. He pulls in like.
And he has a lot of lean back.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Yeah.
But the other thing with that is if I get purchased on his bicep, then it's me all day because he's so far away from his arm. At least I would think. I've never pulled him, and I know he's such a unique puller. So it's hard to say.
You know what? Like, in all honesty, you need to not just get purchased in the bicep. You need to bring him to your side of the table. You need to get, your shoulder behind you as much as you possibly can, because his arm is built different. I've never gripped up with anything like it. To this day, I don't think I haven't gripped up with too many people, but the number of people I have, nothing's been like Dan Blexman.
Yeah, no, he's definitely very unique and special puller. I also want to say I appreciate him taking the match, considering I'm probably going to be like, he said he's bulking up to 185, so we'll probably be around the same weight, but I am going to be naturally at a little bit of a heavier weight than him. So he's usually a 176 guy, and he demolishes that 176 class. He's a very good 176 puller. Dan, you're in the chat. I have a lot of respect for you. You're a phenomenal puller. I think I'm gonna beat you on right. I think left is going to be a good match. Obviously, I still think I'm going to win, but I think left is going to be real good.
He claims to be better at his left.
I believe that for sure.
Shout out to James Rhodes Mason.
Oh yeah, you look at Little Red.
I love you, man. One of my best friends.
There you go.
Speaking of James, I gotta talk to him actually about something that he's been wanting to do. So,
is it a match for him?
No.
Ah, dang it.
No, not now. At least not right now. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a couple of good matches coming up. Even you, Dan, you got a good match coming up.
Yeah, I got a good match coming up over at New York Smoke Challenge, SuperMatch series.
Yeah,
I'll put that one up right now. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that big time.
How sick is that? You like that New York Smoke fucking design shit? How sick is that, right?
Looks good, man. Looks real good. It fires me up because, I want all the smoke Ed the Cruz is going to be throwing my way. I want all of it.
Oh, we're announcing the matches now?
Yeah, it's been announced.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's
Yep.
In that case, get fucking Sam Mitchell and Yusuf on here. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, we already announced Sam Mitchell and Yusuf. What was it, last week or the week before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was public knowledge yet. That's good. Your match with Ed is going to be very interesting.
Yep. Left hand is going to be good.
I'm very, very excited about this one because I hit a PR left-handed. You know, granted, it probably wasn't the cleanest of clean lifts, but I was able to move 102 pounds with a little bit of side pressure. And keeping my wrist locked, and everything felt good and healthy. So my left has never felt stronger than it does today. So I know Ed is definitely no slouch in the left, even though I know he's coming with a fire under his ass, right? Because he took a couple of losses recently.
Oh yeah, he's coming in strong.
And I'm coming in for something to prove because he has the winning record on me left-handed. So, you know, jokingly, I was talking to Steve about it. I said, listen, I'm going to be his third and final loss because 3 strikes, you're out. You're out once every 6s. You got to find a new weight class, man, after I beat you.
Yeah, Dan's actually going to be the first match of the New York Smoke SuperMatch series. So it's going to be a banger. I know that.
I'm Dan Plexman. I am 21 now as of December.
You can be your dad, literally.
All I got to say, Dan, is don't take Aiden lightly. That's all I got to say.
Yeah,
he is not. He said, I'm taking you lightly. And then I believe he corrected himself, not taking you lightly.
Yeah, I was going to say, because he is one hell of a fucking puller, man. Left or right hand press. I mean, besides even the press, he's quick, man. He's really fast. And once he has you inside, it's very hard to take him out of that position. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a really good match.
Yeah, Dan, I'll tell you, Aiden demolishes me. So, you know, if you thought I was a tough opponent, Aiden is even tougher. I'll give you that. You are strong, Dan, but Aiden.
I'm going to say 3-1 Aiden.
Yep.
On both arms.
I'm going to say if he gets one round, I think I'm cooked because his endurance is incredibly good. I think it's either a 3-0 sweep or 3-2 in a war that he wins. I have to be very strategic with how I pull him for sure. And I do have to.
Don't count your endurance out. I've seen you pull for fucking days, dude.
That is true.
I've your endurance out. I see you pull with Wade for days. Sit there at almost a broken arm position with your arm behind your fucking back pretty much, and still pull out that fucking win at New York State Champions.
I appreciate that. And I have been getting in a bad habit of practice pulling like at least 20 people before competing. It's really bad. I'm always practice pulling before I compete, and I just get into it, and it's really not good. I got to break that habit. Pulling is just too much fun.
I agree.
So, do you want to talk more about what your card's going to look like for the New York Smoke Super?
Sure. The second match is going to be Chris Michaels versus Vadim Herman. I don't know.
That's going to be fun. That's left-handed or right-handed?
That's left-handed.
You guys want to do predictions for these two as we go?
Yeah.
Let's
I don't want to do predictions yet.
Okay, fair enough. Too close.
Yeah. And I gotta get out of here fucking soon too. So, but Vadim won Contender Series at King of the Table, and he's an absolute beast. It's going to be a left-hand match. Everybody knows Chris Michaels. Chris Michaels is a monster, left and right-handed. So I think it's going to be a better match than anybody thinks. I think actually Vadim is just ranked just now. I think he was 9th or 11th or something like that. I think it was in the hook, and Chris is right there in the single digits, I think. And third match is going to be Wade Roberts versus Alexander. That's going to be a great match. We'll see what happens. Wade is on the City Slickers team. Every City Slicker has a match. Well, almost every City Slicker has a match. Because Aiden sucks. But besides that, Alexander's going to be really good up against Wade Roberts. Alex has that long lever, and they've been going back and forth sometimes. So I've seen them both beat each other. So we'll see how that goes. Fourth is going to be Sam Mitchell versus Yusuf Wilson. This is a long debated match going back and forth. People say that Sam's going to take it. Everybody says that Yusuf's going to take it. I thought Sam was going to beat Yusuf a while ago when they were pulling at my house. I think it was July or something like that for one of the parties or something that I was having at my house. But then the way Yusuf's been pulling lately, I mean,
a different creature. He's a different human.
I don't know what's coming out of that man. I don't know what the fuck he's eating. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but that left hand has been getting better and better and better. So this match is going to be one of the best, I think. Number 5 match is going to be Garrett Tupper versus Chris Michaels. We've been wanting to watch this match. The reason being why I don't think it went on before is because Chris was always beating Garrett, and then Garrett finally started beating Chris on the right. And it's funny because the last tournament that they were at, they would beat each other on the opposite hand that they usually beat each other with. So it's Chris actually went up to me. He goes, "I think it's time for that match," and I was like, "So do I." So it was perfect timing. Chris asked for the match, so it was great. Garrett's been wanting the match, so it's perfect timing for both. Number 6 match. Well, we'll go to number 6 match is going to be Roger Learn versus Michael Hawks. That's going to be a great match.
Definitely going to be a banger one.
Match. Mike has been working so hard, and he just beat Tim Lewis, and he's just been getting better. I mean, and he's a great guy too. Same thing with Roger. Roger is just woke up. He just won got second place at the Arnolds. He's just been getting better and better with his left, and it was sleeping for a while is what he was telling me before, and it just woke up. So it's going to be a really, really good match. Next match after that is going to be Miguel Fernandez versus Ben Ciapoli. This is a better match than what people think.
I like that.
Yeah, Ben's a strap puller. Miguel in or out of the straps, he'll pull anybody.
Steve,
yeah.
What do you mean? Then people think who thinks that this isn't going to be a close match?
What, Ben and Miguel?
Yeah. This is like an amazing match.
Yeah,
that's an amazing blockbuster match right there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a really good match. I mean,
I like that match. That's actually probably my favorite match so far on the card besides my own.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a great match. In or out of the straps, it's going to be a great match. So I can't wait to see that. Miguel's so explosive. He's completely different than he is on and off the table. Ben in the straps is an absolute beast of a puller. But yeah, I don't think it really matters for Miguel whether it's in or out of the straps. Miguel is a great puller, so it doesn't really matter. And next match is Bill Sinks versus Vlad the Russian Assassin.
Ooh.
I think this would be the best match of the night. The reason being, Bill can pull for days, and so could the Russian Assassin. So this is going to be a brick wall for both. I can't wait to watch this match because just for the fact that we've just seen Miguel and Bill pull, and that was a great match just in there, and just seeing Vlad is just a different creature, man. Especially when he just pulled John, and John's on a different level, Cervantes. So, but he's a wall. He put that wall up, and he couldn't even he couldn't do anything with it, So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I can't wait. We'll do some maybe next week or the week before or the week after. We'll do after so we'll do some predictions to see what's going to go on. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of the best, if not the best, lineup so far. There are some other matches that should be coming up too, 2 or 3 other matches that I'm still waiting back on, but I'll know the rest the next couple of days.
June's a busy month, guys. Talk about a whole bunch of events going on because we got the summer kickoff event. We got the MAC event the week after, as well as Keystones. Those are the same day. I'll be going to Keystones. Aiden's going to the MAC. I know Steve's going to Keystones too.
Mhm.
Then after that, we got East versus West that's happening in Chicago, which I hopefully can make. But, powers that be may.
Be in Chicago?
What?
East versus West is going to be in Chicago?
Yes, sir.
The Windy City.
Yes, sir. And then after that, then it's going to be Steve's event. So June is an action-packed month for us up here in the Northeast. And I'm looking forward to it all. I think that, I got my work cut out for me for this whole entire month. I've been resting, training, being smart about my training to the point where I'm gonna try something new this year for the remainder. I'm gonna have an on season and an off season. I'm gonna go crazy for the month of June, and I'm gonna pull and compete every weekend.
Sounds like me.
I'm literally gonna compete every freaking weekend of June, as well as leading into June. So May 31st, I actually am gonna be honored over at the one of our sponsors, NutriWolf. Let's see, do I have that thing? Yes, I do. They do what's called Wolf Meals, which is like a meal planning, but they also have other supplements at the store. They do online ordering as well. They got some really good quality meals, some of like the best that I've had. When I'm in a pinch and I need to grab a quick meal, these guys have it. They're having an anniversary event, and if anybody beats me at the table, left or right, they get $100 gift certificate to spend at their store. So,
Aiden's going to go, and he's going to beat you, and he's going to win the money and the meals.
If they're a non-arm wrestler, though, somebody, hey, I know that dude.
Aiden, there's no volume. You don't have any volume.
You're muted, Aiden.
I said I'll wear a stick-on mustache and I'll show up. As long as I don't have to fucking drive in Long Island. Where is this?
It's on Long Island. I'm safe. I'm safe.
Long Island is so far, man. It really is.
But it's really not that far.
Not even that far. Like, geographically, it's not far. It's just the fucking traffic and the fuck-ass people.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's really not that far. Because when you get there, I want to say maybe, I don't know, it says like you're 10 miles away, but that's like 45 minutes. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's like, you are 15 miles away. It's like, yeah, we're right down the road. That's like an hour and a half.
Can you not discourage people because they're gonna not come, bro? Carpool, people.
Everybody's gonna come. It doesn't matter where it is. You mean shit.
So, but with that being said, I will say I wanted to highlight one of the things I'm doing for this tournament. It not only for it being my first tournament, but because it being a pain in the ass to get to Long Island, I'm giving a really good deal on entries. Across the board, pros are $25, amateurs are $20 an arm. So please come ready to pull all day long. It's a no elimination tournament, so you're going to be pulling everyone in your class, which is nice. It's also for the pro division a TAWF qualifier, so a TOF qualifier, Team Arm Wrestling Federation. Out of Canada, they have decided that because Jason's coming down, he and I have been talking about it, we're going to be making this a qualifying event. So if you win, you're going to be considered to be on the team of the region. There's some really big things happening with that. Go ahead and scan that QR code, takes to YouTube video. It's a little 5-minute infomercial about what it means to be a part of TOF. And what they're looking to do. They're looking to get picked up by a major network. They're trying to kind of take the idea of NFL and bring it to arm wrestling. Have regional teams, and as it grows traction, they're going to have more regional teams and more team captains available in different scenarios. Right now they're going to be doing a launch in the not so distant future about how you can possibly get invested in it as well and be a part owner possibly. So there's a lot of cool things coming down the pipeline after this event in the next couple of weeks. I'm excited for all things that are happening with arm wrestling. I think that it's exciting to be an arm wrestler, period. But the next couple of weeks, it's going to be much more exciting.
What about the after party?
I can't forget about the after party. The after party, we're going to be being hosted by Linda Lynn in Lindenhurst. The address will be revealed at the event. Where to go and how to get there. The parking, there will be street parking. So it's not going to be, there's no parking lot because it's going to be at someone's house. Linda Lynn, who is of CUBB UTV. She's also was one of the announcers on the World Series of Arm Wrestling. She is opening her home to us pullers. There's going to be
Free
food, drinks, cigars as well for anybody who wants to smoke cigars. Dan Citrella and that.
Yeah.
Jacuzzi. All Steve's favorite things in the world. You know, I can't do any sing songs, so I'm not going to say these are all the few of Steve's favorite things.
Let me tell you something. If you don't come for the tournament, which you have to come for the tournament, the reason why you're coming to the tournament is to just come even for the after party. Yep. It's just the matter of fact of it. Doesn't matter where it is. Aiden's fucking place is 8 million miles away. It's fucking 7 hours away from me. I'm still going to it. So it doesn't matter where it is. You got to support these people all around you. They're doing great things. You got to do it. You got to come, especially. That's why I always do the after parties here at the VIP lounge. Everybody comes, eat something, drink something, smoke something, So come and support your guys, especially JJ Jackson. Ian Carn's going to be there. I'm going to be announcing. Dan's going to be there. Full Mac tables. I'm going to bring in, obviously, my lights. Everything's going to be smoked out like I usually do. It's going to be a great time. Everybody needs to come. I know I'm going to be there. I'm going to be pulling. I'm a strap puller, so I can't wait to get that fucking strap on just to be able to fucking rip people's arms off. So that's going to be fun.
And just so you guys know, there will be other Mac tables there. It's not just going to be the ones that we're competing on. We're going to have a couple of Mac tables. So if you're just looking to get experience on the Mac table and try it out for the first time, we will have a few there. And I am in the talks about having my own Mac table as well. And Dan the Hat has one at the gym that we have, but I want to have one also, in my house because I want to be able to train on it whenever I want. So I'm pulling the trigger on that one. It's going to be an exciting time, guys. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I can't say it enough. This is a testament of us coming together as a community too. One more big thing to announce. So one of the sponsors, Blue Street Exotic Car Rentals, had requested that can they bring one of their exotic cars? And I thought it was just gonna be like a tricked out Beamer or something like that. No, they're bringing a Lamborghini to this event, so you guys are gonna be able to take a picture with it, sit in it, and see a Lamborghini up close and personal. You're not gonna be able to drive it, so. But
if you want, you come in my Porsche and you come smoke with me. All right. Either way, there's gonna be beautiful cars and beautiful smoke and beautiful fucking arm wrestling.
And we're gonna have free food, free entry for kids and women, custom awards for all divisions. There's gonna be a team award as well. I took a notebook out of everyone's page. It's on screen right here. We're gonna be doing a team award. Because it is a points-driven event. The team that has the most points comes home with, let's see if I can bring that up real quick. Comes home with this custom award there it is. It's massive. It's 20 inches by 20 inches. And, you could put that into your clubhouse, your living room, above your bed. I know Stitch or Steve would probably put it above his bed.
I got mine's in the back.
Do the team members take turns with it?
What do you mean?
Or does it just clubhouse? or do you get
It's
does
go-
your teammate get to take it home?
So it's really for the clubhouse, or it's something that you would bring. You'd have at the training center that you're out of, or
It's the same thing like you got yours, Aiden, like your team won.
I know. I'm just messing around.
I know. Dan Flexman, I think it's between $800 to $1,000 for the table.
That's what Ian told me. I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think it's about $800 to $1,000 for the Mac table. But from what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've pulled on, it's well worth it. You know, very sturdy. You know, so very heavy. You know, and
it's the most robust table I've ever pulled on. I pulled on every single table besides a I pulled on them as a Mazerenko table as well. It's the strongest table I've ever pulled on.
Yeah, I was gonna say even JJ Jackson, Mac, and they just posted a bunch of new tables they got, and they look phenomenal. They look absolutely phenomenal.
Yep, without a doubt. So, guys, come on down, come check it out. And if I do end up having my own table, I will be bringing it to Keystones and up to New York Smoke Series as well. That way we can all experience it, because I think that is something that's crucial. I think we need to experience these Mac tables because it's a different style of arm wrestling. It really is. It's a completely different style. It's exciting. It's fun. It's fast. And it's comfortable. Aiden's pulled on it, right? Steve's pulled on it. Everyone that's on screen has pulled on it, and it's different. It's not the same style of just a table with two pads on it. This is a table built for arm wrestling.
Yeah, and I think they're actually building an actual piece that you could put on top of your arm wrestling table that'll give you the same depth and everything.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Like
a separate
like a swap out
that they can put on top of the table, so you don't have to spend all that money on a different table. You could just get that top same level as a regular table with the pads and everything on there.
That's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, so,
everyone can experience it and save a little bit of money as well.
Yeah, I do that. I buy that shit.
All right. Well, Aiden, best of luck this weekend, man. You better bring home some hardware.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so easy. So easy.
Bring home some hardware. Go get yourself qualified for the Worlds and demolish them there.
That might be a little bit tougher.
You got this. You got this, man. Everybody who else is competing this weekend, safe travels.
Good
Have
luck.
a safe, have fun, and keep us all posted. And we'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Thank you guys for tuning in.